Welcome to Math in Motion with Mr. Lewis. Welcome back to Math in Motion with Mr. Lewis. Today we're continuing with ratios in different forms. Right now I'm at 7-Eleven to look at the composition of a Slurpee. The quality of the drink depends on a specific ratio of sugar to carbonated water. Our goal today is to take that real world relationship and represent it mathematically. Let's check it out. All right, everyone, let's warm up those math brains before we jump into today's problem. All right, so here's the scenario. We're making a single cup of lemonade from scratch. 1 cup of lemonade contains 3 ingredients: 25 grams of sugar, 2 fluid ounces of fresh lemon juice, and 6 fluid ounces of water. Our goal is 2 things. First, we're going to write the ratio of each ingredient to the total. And second, we're going to figure out what percent of the total drink each ingredient actually makes up. All right, let's do it. Before we can write any ratios or find any percentages, we have a problem. Our ingredients are in 2 different units. Sugar is in grams and the liquids are in fluid ounces. We can't compare them fairly until they're all in the same unit, so we're going to convert everything to grams. All right, so here's the conversion we'll use. 1 fluid ounce equals approximately 30 grams. Let's go through each ingredient one at a time. Sugar is already in grams, so we'll leave it alone. Sugar equals 25 grams. Lemon juice is 2 fluid ounces. We multiply 2 times 30, which gives us 60 grams. Lemon juice equals 60 grams. Water is 6 fluid ounces. So we multiply 6 times 30, which gives us 180 grams. So the water equals 180 grams. All right, now we'll add them all together to get our total. 25 plus 60 plus 180 equals 265 grams total. So 1 full cup of lemonade weighs 265 grams. Now every ingredient is in grams and we can fully compare them. All right, so a ratio compares 2 quantities. In this case, we're comparing each ingredient to the total weight of the drink. The way we write it is the ingredient amount, then a colon, and then the total. The colon means 2, so we're saying this ingredient to the total. So let's do sugar first. Sugar is 25 grams. The total is 265 grams. So we write 25 colon 265. That means 25 to 265. For every 265 grams of lemonade, 25 of those grams are sugar. Next, lemon juice is 60 grams. The total is 265. So we write 60 colon 265. That means 60 to 265. And then water is 180 grams. So the total is 265. So we write 180 colon 265. That means 180 to 265. All 3 ratios have the same number on the right, 265, because they're all being compared to the same total. Now let's take those same ratios and write them as fractions. A fraction and a ratio are showing the same relationship, we're just writing it differently. The rule is simple. Whatever's on the left side of the colon becomes the numerator, that's the top number. And whatever's on the right side of the colon becomes the denominator, that's the bottom number. All right, so sugar becomes 25 over 265. Lemon juice becomes 60 over 265. Water becomes 180 over 265. Each of these fractions is telling us, out of the 265 grams, how many of those grams belong to this ingredient. Now we're going to find the percentage of each ingredient. So here's the formula we'll use every single time. Percent equals the ingredient grams divided by the total grams times 100. That's it. Divide the ingredient by the total, then multiply by 100. We do that 3 times, once for each ingredient. All right, so let's start with sugar. Sugar is 25 grams. The total is 265 grams. So we divide 25 by 265. When we do that division, we get 0.0943. Now we multiply by 100. 0.0943 times 100 equals 9.43%. Rounded to the 1 decimal place, sugar makes up approximately 9.4% of our lemonade. Next, lemon juice is 60 grams. The total is 265 grams. So we divide 60 by 265. That gives us 0.2264. We multiply by 100. 0.2264 times 100 equals 22.64%. Rounded to 1 decimal place, lemon juice makes up approximately 22.6% of our lemonade. All right, so for the last one, water is 180 grams. The total is 265 grams. So we divide 180 by 265. That gives us 0.6792. Multiplying by 100, 0.6792 times 100 equals 67.92%. So rounded to one decimal place, water makes up approximately 68% of our lemonade. So whenever we find percents like this, we always want to verify our work. All of the percents should add up to 100 because together they represent the whole drink. So let's check. 9.4% plus 22.6% plus 68%. What do we get? 9.4 plus 22.6 is 32. Then 32 plus 68 is 100. So we get exactly 100%. So our answer checks out. So let's just recap what we found. Nearly 68% of our lemonade is just water. The lemon juice is about 22.6%. And the sugar, even though it's what you taste the most, is less than 10% by weight. That's the power of ratios and percentages, ladies and gentlemen. They let us see exactly what's inside something broken down mathematically. All right, now let's take the same skill to 7-Eleven and see what's exactly inside of a Slurpee. Let's go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are here at 7-Eleven and I got me a small Slurpee. Now, I want you to look at the cup and think, what's actually inside here? What ingredients go into making a Slurpee and in what amounts? So let's just say, for example, a small Slurpee is 12 fluid ounces total, and the machine that makes it uses a specific ratio, 1 part sugar syrup for every 5 parts carbonated water. So our goal today is 3 things. First, figure out exactly how many fluid ounces of each ingredient are in this one small cup. Second, find out what percent of the Slurpee each ingredient makes up. And third, scale it up to figure out how much we need to make 4 small cups. All right, let's write down exactly what we know before we start calculating anything. 1 small Slurpee is 12 fluid ounces total. The ratio of sugar syrup to carbonated water is 1 to 5. We write that as 1:5. That ratio means for every 1 part sugar syrup that goes into the machine, 5 parts of carbonated water follow that. Carbonated water is always 5 times as much as the sugar syrup. So here's the key idea. When we have a ratio like 1 to 5, we need to figure out how many total parts we're working with. To do that, we simply add the 2 numbers in the ratio together. 1 plus 5 equals 6. So there are 6 total parts. Think about it this way. Imagine slicing this 12-ounce cup into 6 equal pieces. One of those pieces will be sugar syrup and 5 pieces will be carbonated water. Now that we know that there are 6 total parts, we need to figure out how many fluid ounces each single part is worth. To find that, we take the total 12 fluid ounces and divide it by the number of parts, which is 6. 12 divided by 6 equals 2. So 1 part equals 2 fluid ounces. Every single part in our ratio is worth 2 fluid ounces in this 12-ounce cup. Now we use that value to find exactly how much of each ingredient is in the cup. For sugar syrup, the ratio says 1 part. We simply multiply 1 times 2 fluid ounces. 1 times 2 equals 2. So sugar syrup is 2 fluid ounces. For carbonated water, the ratio says 5 parts. We multiply 5 times 2 fluid ounces. 5 times 2 equals 10. So the carbonated water is 10 fluid ounces. So let's do a quick check. 2 fluid ounces of sugar syrup plus 10 fluid ounces of carbonated water equals 12 fluid ounces total. That matches our cup size, so we're correct. So in 1 small Slurpee, 2 fluid ounces of sugar syrup and 10 fluid ounces of carbonated water. Now let's find what percent of the Slurpee is sugar syrup. Same formula as the warm-up. Ingredient divided by total times 100. Sugar syrup is 2 fluid ounces. The total is 12 fluid ounces. So we divide 2 by 12. That gives us 0.1667. We multiply by 100. 0.1667 times 100 equals 16.67%. Rounded to one decimal place, sugar syrup makes up approximately 16.7% of the Slurpee. Now let's do the carbonated water. Carbonated water is 10 fluid ounces. Our total is 12 fluid ounces. We divide 10 by 12. That gives us 0.8333. We multiply by 100. 0.8333 times 100 equals 83.33%. Rounded to one decimal place, carbonated water makes up approximately 83.3% of the Slurpee. All right, let's check our work. 16.7% plus 83.3%, and what do we get? Well, 16.7 plus 83.3 equals exactly 100%. So our percentages check out. So in this example, 83% of the Slurpee would be just carbonated water. The sugar syrup, which gives it all of this flavor, is only about 16.7%. That's the ratio doing its job. Now here's where it gets a little bit interesting. Let's say you're at 7-Eleven with your friends and everybody wants a small Slurpee. That's 4 cups total. The ratio stays exactly the same, 1 to 5, but the amounts are going to change because we're making more. I want to show you 2 different methods for solving this so you really understand what's happening. First, let's figure out how many total fluid ounces we need for 4 small cups. Each small cup is 12 fluid ounces. We're making 4 of them, so we multiply 4 times 12, which equals 48. We need 48 total fluid ounces to fill 4 small cups. In method A, we start from the new total and work our way down to each ingredient. We still have 6 total parts in our ratio that never changes, so we divide 48 by 6. 48 divided by 6 equals 8. So now 1 part equals 8 fluid ounces. Sugar syrup is 1 part. 1 times 8 equals 8 fluid ounces. Carbonated water is 5 parts. 5 times 8 equals 40 fluid ounces. So let's check. 8 plus 40 equals 48. That matches our new total. Method A gives us 8 fluid ounces of sugar syrup and 40 fluid ounces of carbonated water. Method B is the shortcut. Since we're making exactly 4 times as many cups, we can just multiply each ingredient from our 1 cup answer by 4. Sugar syrup is 2 fluid ounces for 1 cup. 2 times 4 equals 8 fluid ounces. Carbonated water was 10 fluid ounces for 1 cup. 10 times 4 equals 40 fluid ounces. So we get the exact same answer. 8 fluid ounces of sugar syrup and 40 fluid ounces of carbonated water. Both methods work. And here's the most important thing. Let's confirm the ratio still holds. Sugar syrup is 8, carbonated water is 40. Does 8 to 40 simplify to 1 to 5? Yes, it does, because 8 divided by 8 is 1, and 40 divided by 8 is 5. The ratio never changed. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Whether we're making 1 cup or 4, the ratio of 1 part sugar syrup to 5 parts carbonated water stays locked in every single time. That consistency is what makes every Slurpee taste the same no matter which 7-Eleven you walk into. The machine isn't guessing. It's using math. Ratios are always in motion, and now so are you. I'll see you in the next problem.